All right, the mayor's called the meeting to order. On the roll call, Councilmember Aloya.
Here.
Councilmember Calandrillo.
Here.
Councilmember Erin Delaney.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Joseph Delaney.
Here.
Mayor Rigoloso.
Here.
Okay, we have 5 ayes, which means a quorum is present for this special meeting of the Garfield City Council, which is being held today, which is Friday, January the 4th, 2019. This special meeting is being held in accordance with provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice has been provided by mail, facsimile, and email to the official city newspapers and by posting the meeting notice on the bulletin boards in City Hall. Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you the President of Fire Company Number 5, Ronald Palanque, who will act as the Master of Ceremonies, and let's give him a nice warm welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Pavlicka. This time I'd like to call upon ex-Chief Sabanchik to lead the department officers in. Chief Cologne, could you please call the department to order? Everyone please stand.
Department, attention, present, arms.
Chief Kovacs will now lead the department in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Department, order, arms.
Will Chief Moreno please lead the congregation in the fireman's prayer, which is found on the rear cover of the pamphlets that was distributed?
Department on cover. When I am called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me to embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert, to hear the weaker shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and to give the best in me to guard my neighbor and protect his property. Cover.
You can be seated. Thank you. Mayor Rigoloso, council members, City Clerk Pavlicka, City Manager Dutch, on behalf of the members of the Fire Company 5, we welcome you and thank you for having us this evening for the swearing-in ceremony.
Thank you.
I'd like to acknowledge a couple of dignitaries that are in the crowd tonight. We have our Police Chief, Raymond Kovacs. Our DPW Superintendent, Sam Garofalo. Mayor Mark Tomko of Wallington. Our mutual aid coordinators, Pete Donatello and John LaBarbera. Chief Canisi of the Lodi Fire Department. Chief Sloma and Chief Palazzati of the Saddlebrook Fire Department. Assistant Chief Ventura of the Wallington Fire Department. Battalion Chief Matt Tanny of the Whiteclaw Fire Department. We'd also like to acknowledge any of our ex-department chiefs that are here this evening. And I apologize if I missed anyone. I'd like to call upon the outgoing fire chief, Michael Samanchik, to conclude any unfinished business for the year and give his 2018 department report.
Okay, the 2018 ending year report. We had 19 structure fires. Careless cooking calls, 61. Vehicle fires, 10. Brush or mulch fires, 11. Outside rubbish fires, 8. Dumpster fires, 1. Medical or lift assist calls, 4. Extrication from vehicles, 3. Swift water incidents, 1. Removal of persons from stuck in elevator, 8. Odor of gas or gas leaks, 52. Power lines down, 3. Transformer explosions, 6. Carbon monoxide incidents, 26. Bomb scares, 1. Building collapse or weakened structure, 6. Water or steam leaks, 25. Police assist, 7. Smoke scares, 20. False alarm calls, 232. Severe weather or storm standbys, 3. Mutual aid calls or cover-up assignments, 40, which gives a grand total of 812 calls for the year.
Mr. Pavlicka, can you please read the resolution?
Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council, we have a resolution which reads as follows. Whereas Michael Samanchik has served as Fire Chief of the Garfield Volunteer Fire Department for the year 2018, and whereas the services rendered to the citizens and taxpayers of the City of Garfield have been such as to be above and beyond the ordinary call of duty, and whereas under the jurisdiction of Michael Samanchik, the Garfield Volunteer Fire Department maintained its high standard of service and devotion to duty with respect to protection of life and property of the citizens and taxpayers of the City of Garfield, all of this be in keeping with the highest traditions of the standards set for fire service. And whereas the City Council of the City of Garfield desires to express its appreciation to Fire Chief Michael Samanchik for his singular devotion and dedication to the fire service of the City of Garfield. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Garfield, Bergen County, New Jersey, that Fire Chief Michael Samanchik be and is hereby commended for the excellent service he has rendered to the citizens and taxpayers of the City of Garfield during his tenure as Chief of the Volunteer Fire Department. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be spread upon the minutes of the City of Garfield, and that a certified copy of this approved resolution also be included in the personnel jacket of Fire Chief Michael Samanchik. This resolution is signed by the entire City Council. On the roll call, Councilmember Aloya.
Chief, to you and to your family and to your service and to the department, I thank you for an outstanding year. You know, it's amazing when you listen to the report and you hear things, the odd things. We know you respond to all the emergencies, but 8 people stuck in elevators. You don't even think that we have 8 elevators in Garfield, or is it one person stuck 8 times? I'm not sure. But the outstanding service that our volunteers give is the point. It's the fact that no matter what it may be, no matter how the circumstance, grave or not so difficult, they respond. Chief, I thank you for your service, and I am proud to vote aye.
Councilmember Calendrillo.
Yes, Mayor, are we going to have comments later on? Yes.
Okay. Michael, you have been an outstanding chief. You have provided leadership to your department, and you're to 800 some odd calls. That's probably the largest number of calls in one year I've heard sitting up here. And to all the departments for answering that number of calls in such a way that, you know, when you go out to a call, you don't know how serious it is. You don't know what the risks that are involved. You go out there and your life may be at risk. So to all of you, the firemen and the men and women that you have led, I want to thank you and congratulate you, and I vote aye.
Councilmember Erin Delaney.
Yes, Chief. At this time last year, I had full faith that you would do a wonderful job in this position, and that you did. You made Garfield very proud. You made all of the departments very proud. And, as always, we thank you for your service. I very proudly vote aye.
Deputy Mayor Joseph Delaney.
Chief, excellent job, Chief. You know, you've been a fireman for a long time, and this year that you served as chief was tremendous. Doing it while just becoming a new father, too. I believe so. So not only you had to be chief, you had to be a dad, you had to be a husband, you had to work for Sam. I mean, Chief, really, Chief, and you're still going strong, Chief. So, Chief, thank you so much to your wife and your family. Thank you so much for sharing Michael with the city of Garfield to protect us all. I vote aye.
Mayor Rigoloso.
Chief, we really do appreciate your services all last year. I remember seeing you at wrestling matches, watching your nephew wrestle. I believe it was your nephew, and you got a couple of calls and you had to leave before the matches even started. And that's just your services to our community. And under the services of our community, not only were you a fire chief and everybody worked there, you did things in our community that wasn't even part of the fire department, from having beefsteaks, pancake breakfasts with Santa, watering down the preschools and the elementary schools during those hot days, on those fun days. This is stuff that, we overlook, but, like Councilman Warrior says, that the fire department takes pride in helping our community out. And, I'm just proud to be in this position to vote aye. So I vote aye.
So it's 5 ayes, and it's unanimous.
He is the bad.
Giving orders already. Talking about you. Not talking to you, we're talking about you.
Chief, on behalf of the people of the city of Garfield, we thank you for your exemplary service. We thank you for the sacrifice that you have done. It's family sacrifice, it's family time, but it's time that we as a city enjoy, that we benefit from. We thank you for your expertise and your leadership. You have been just, what you see is what you get. You speak plainly and freely, and it's been a pleasure to work with you. So I am honored on behalf of the governing body and the people of the city to present you with your ex-chief's badge. All right, let's stand.
I want to start by thanking my wife Monica for supporting me from the first to the very last day of being chief. We knew 2018 was going to be crazy with baby on the way, but we did our best and made it work. I also want to thank my mother, my brother, my sister, and their spouses. If it wasn't for my brother, I would have never joined the fire department and followed in his footsteps of being chief. Even though he is no longer with us, I want to thank our father for watching over us and keeping us safe. I'd like to thank the members of Fire Company Number 4 for their support over the last 5 years. It was an honor to serve as your chief. Last but not least, I have to thank my assistant chiefs, the members of the Garfield Fire Department, our mutual aid towns, our mayor and council, and our city manager, Tom Dutch. Also, I want to wish Chief Tanny the best of luck. I know he will do a good job leading the department. And last but not least, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe new year. Thank you.
Okay. So you can go at the bottom. Okay, sure, that's okay, makes sense, okay.
At this time, we'd like to invite the line officers from Fire Company Number 1 to please step forward to subscribe to the official oath.
Mayor Rigoloso will hold the Bible for the installation of the officers of Engine Company Number 1.
Right, you're doing three. Yes, please.
Okay, gentlemen, with your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. I, do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully. Impartially. And justly. Perform all the duties. Of the office of.
It's that time.
Of Garfield Fire Company Number 1. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Mario. Congratulations. I had to put pressure on this thing, man. I like doing curls. Don't put the palm on it.
Okay, at this time, if we could invite the line officers from Fire Company Number 2 to step forward to subscribe to the official oath.
Deputy Mayor Joe Delaney will hold the Bible for the officers of Engine Company Number 2.
Okay, gentlemen, with your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully. Impartially. And justly. Perform all the duties. Of the office of. Of Fire Company Number 2. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to invite the line officers of Fire Company Number 3 to step forward to subscribe to the official oath.
Councilman Louis Aloya will hold the Bible for Rescue Engine Company Number 3 line officers.
Hey, with your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully. Impartially. And justly. Perform all the duties. Of the office of. Garfield Fire Company Number 3. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Kevin. Travis, congratulations. Congratulations and good luck.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Way to go there. Once again, another round. Why not?
Another round of drinks, all right.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to invite the line officers of Fire Company Number 4 to step forward to subscribe to the official oath.
Councilman Frank Calandrillo will hold the Bible for Truck Company Number 4 officers.
Okay, gentlemen, with your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Fire Company Number 4 according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Good to be seen,
Roll
right?
back in there.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to invite the line officers of Fire Company Number 5 to step forward to subscribe to the official oath.
Councilwoman Erin Delaney will hold the Bible for the officers of Engine Hazmat Company Number 5.
Okay, would you like to hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I
Yeah, I
state your
know,
name.
remember? Yeah.
Do solemnly swear.
I know what you mean.
That I will faithfully, justly, and impartially perform all the duties of the office of
We have a senior moment.
Garfield Fire Company Number 5. To the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
We ain't talking. Take the hat off. Take the hat off. The hat. Something.
Ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with an election held by the Garfield Volunteer Fire Department, City Manager Thomas J. Dutch has appointed the following to their respective offices for 1 year. Anthony Swistak, 4th Assistant Chief, Edward J. Morano, 3rd Assistant Chief, Kyle Kovacs, 2nd Assistant Chief, Michael Colon, 1st Assistant Chief, and Jason Tanny, Chief of the Department. At this time, we will ask and invite the Assistant Chiefs to step forward to subscribe to the official oath.
Oh, who's holding the Bible? Yeah, you do it, Tom. And City Manager Tom Dutch will be holding the Bible.
Okay, I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of Assistant Fire Chief of the Garfield Volunteer Fire Department according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to call up our new department chief, Jason Tanny, his wife Rosanna, and his children Gabriella, Zachary, and Brady, the children of the whole family. I state your name.
I, Jason Tanny,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in the state,
under the authority of the people.
and the authority of the people.
I
I, Jason Tanny,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Fire Chief
of the office of Fire Chief
of the Garfield Fire Department
of the Garfield Fire Department
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. And now the mayor will present the chief's badge.
Chief, on behalf of the city council, we wish you the best of luck for the evening.
That's all right. I'll go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy new year, and thank you all for taking the time to attend this evening. I would like to congratulate Chief Mike Semanchek for a job well done. Congratulations to the 2019 Assistant Chiefs and to the officers of the Garfield Fire Department. I look forward to working with you all, with all of you to lead our department this year. I would like to recognize our partners in public safety, the mutual aid coordinators, fire coordinators, and the members of the police department in attendance here tonight. I look forward to working with you all this year. I would like to thank my fire company for having the confidence in me to elect me to this position and to follow in the footsteps of all the past chiefs. I want to thank my wife, Rosanna, for all your love and support, Gabriella, Zachary, and Brady. I love you guys, and I cannot imagine tonight without you here. And to the rest of my family and friends, thank you all for your continued support. To the members of the Garfield Fire Department, I look forward to working with you this year and to continue the progress of our great department. I promise to do the best job possible and to keep your safety as my #1 goal. I look forward to working with the mayor, council, and the city manager, continue to move the fire department into the future. Thank you in advance for all your support and cooperation. In conclusion, I leave you with some parting thoughts. To my fellow brother and sister firefighters, continue to learn. This job is always changing. Never let your guard down. If you have knowledge, share it with others. Treat others how you want to be treated. Treat them as one of your family. Don't be afraid to ask questions or to ask for help. Show up always ready to do your job. And above all, life is short. Make sure you spend as much time with your family and friends and loved ones as possible. As you can see from the room tonight, they are our #1 supporters. Thank you again for attending, and God bless you all.
I messed it all up. When I put something in, it stays in.
Yeah, looks that way.
Yeah.
6 kids later.
Congratulations. She's
Thank
only
you.
there for you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you-
What, I get it wrong, Cole?
Congratulations.
Yes. Wait till you sit down. At this time, we're going to open it up to the council comments. Councilman Aloya.
Thank you, Mayor. First, to this side of the room, thank you for your generosity. The fact that you share your family with us and the city, doing all the things that the fire department does. We know all the events that they miss, that they run out from, and still do the things for family, for city, for their brother firemen. It's just an unbelievable level of dedication and charity that you extend to all of us. To our mutual aid, we thank you for always your friendship and partnership in the things that we do in the fire department. To the entire Garfield Fire Department, men and women, it's just an outstanding job that you do. And every year I listen to the firemen thank the mayor and council for what we do. Let's get it straight once and for all. We do nothing, you do everything. Thank you so very much. God bless you. We love you for the dedication that you have to the city of Garfield and to the citizens. God bless you. Have a good, safe year. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Calandrillo.
Yes, I'd like to echo the comments of Councilman Aloya. I want to thank our mutual aid towns for what you guys do to support each other in times of crisis. I want to give my sincere thanks, and Mayor Tomko, it's good to see you in the city of Garfield. To the families, you know, when we hear of the 800 some odd calls, we have no idea of the sacrifice that you sacrifice on behalf of the firemen, on what's going on in your lives. Everything gets put on hold. So I want to thank all the families. Thank you for you're actually giving service to the city. So on behalf of the residents of the town, I want to thank you all. To our firefighters and to our chiefs and officers, you know what? No words could ever thank you for what you do for the town. You know, we have volunteers. And I've said it before, but I'm always going to say it. Without our volunteers, without our volunteer firemen and firewomen, I don't know where we would be. So I hope that we give you what you're giving to the town, and we never, as council persons, never let you down with our support. We never have, and we will continue. So we appreciate what you do, you know, and I touched on it earlier. You know what? Any given day, any given night, you get a call. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what type of fire, what type of situation, but you continually put your lives on the line. And to our new chief, the amount of responsibility that comes with it, you have a great supporting cast, and these are all well-trained people, and they've been there as well as you have. So thank you again on behalf of the residents, and thank you, Mayor, for allowing me. And Happy New Year to everyone. Let's have a safe, healthy New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilwoman Delaney.
Thank you, Mayor. You know, being a firefighter isn't your typical 9-to-5 job. It takes a special person to take that title. It takes a special person to raise such an individual, to marry such an individual, and to call such an individual mom or dad. So with that being said, I thank all of you for your dedication and your service to the great city of Garfield. especially our incoming chief, Tanny. This line of duty is clearly in your blood, not only serving us in this role, but also as a valued police officer. We are beyond blessed to have you be a part of our community, and I wish you nothing but a safe and successful year ahead, as well as all of our other fire departments and officers. So again, congratulations and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Delaney.
Yeah, first and foremost, I say it every year at this time. If I thank the Garfield Fire Department 1,000 times, it's not enough. So once again, thank you very much to every single member and every single family member of our Garfield Fire Department. You're clearly the best in the state of New Jersey as far as I'm concerned, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for always being there to protect the city of Garfield and my family. For the new chief, I just want to wish you a lot of luck, Chief. Of course, the Tanny family, like the Semantic family, it runs in their family. You know, not only with fire department, with other stuff that they do volunteer for in the city. So I want to thank Jason and his entire family. One of Jason's best qualities, as we all know, is him not saying exactly what's on his mind. For him holding it in and thinking it out before he spits it out. But Jason has always been a good friend of mine, and his family, his wife is here today with her parents. And we can't forget brother-in-law Iggy. You know, the first time I ever seen Iggy at City Hall in my life. I might have been here for court, but nothing for City Hall. But, you know, you got the support of your family, Jason, which is so important, which all of us knows, no matter what we do, the support, and you said it in your words, the support of your family. And I see, of course, your mom and your dad, who's always here for you, who's always here for the city of Garfield, and your sister. So to the families, I'd like to wish everybody a Happy New Year. Thank you once again for sharing your fire people with us. And I'd just like to give a quick shout out. He's here every year since I've been here, but he's not here today because he had to go through an operation. But he's always standing in the back making comments. And if we could, just remember Emil Sudol. Emil Sudol has been a fireman of Garfield. Not that he actually goes any fires, anything, but he's actually a fire member, and he's a good fire member. So if we could remember him, that'd be great. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I want to echo what all the councilmen said up here. Thank you. It's, you know, it goes unappreciated, but it doesn't buy the city council. You know, you put your lives on the line, you save property and people, and, you know, it's a tough job. The families, you leave your family at night, in the day, you leave your jobs. And, you know, these are teachers, these are city employees, students, moms, dads. And every day, it could be their last day working for the Garfield Fire Department, volunteer fire department. And, you know, I didn't get an appreciation of this until last year when I saw our firemen going into a burning house. And, you know, it's amazing of what they do and how it's that teamwork and that family. And I'm just amazed by that. So, you know, I just want to say thank you, and I do appreciate all your hard work and your volunteer services. To Chief Tanny, Tanny is a well-respected name in our community. They get involved in our community. And I'm going to wish you a lot of luck, success. I know you're going to do well. And for everybody, just stay safe out there. Thank you. Happy New Year to everybody.
I'd like to call upon Monsignor William Riley of the Most Holy Name Parish to say a few words and for a benediction.
I'll do the prayer, the benediction, and then a few words. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. As a people of an active community, Lord, we ask your blessing upon us. We need your assistance in all the municipal services that are offered to us, but especially the protection that is given to us by both the police and the fire departments. We ask your blessing upon us to protect us, to serve well, and discover new ways to serve you. May we always be supportive of you as you are of us. And we ask this through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
I would like to say a word. If you want to be seated for just a minute? First of all, I'm here, I'm late, I had Mass. But for many, many years, Father Red's speech was the chaplain of the fire department. And he now has retired. He's at St. John Vianney House in Rutherford as pastor of St. Stanislaus for so many years. And I know that he had great care for and love of his ministry. I was to be here about 2 years ago because he was not able to come, but he showed up anyway. And so we thank him for his service and the support that I'm sure that he's given to many of you. On many occasions, I celebrate Mass at Felician College, at the infirmary. And after the Mass, the sisters have a long litany of prayers. And one of the litanies is St. Florian. Who is St. Florian? Does anybody know? The patron of firefighters. He was, in the 4th century, a Roman soldier, and evidently a legend develops that there was a big fire, and with one bucket of water, he put it out. Well, he's the patron of firefighters in the calendar of saints in the Catholic Church. And the sisters prayed to St. Florian every day to protect us. So even though it's there in Lodi, I'm sure Florian's prayers are here to protect you as well. And finally, as I called on that famous friend of ours, Mr. Google, about St. Florian, I found something that I'm sure you're familiar with. That's the fireman's prayer. And that prayer we've seen at times at wakes when people have gone home to the Lord. And that fireman's prayer says it all. And as the council member spoke in terms of the family, that really speaks of our families. So we ask God's blessing upon you. Thank you for the privilege of being able to say a few words. And remember Father Ed for his many years of service at St. Stan's in Garfield. God bless you all.
You gonna do the invite? Okay.
On behalf of Chief Tanny and the officers and members of Fire Company Number 5, we thank everybody for coming tonight, and we wish everybody to come to the Garfield Senior Center on Midland Avenue for some refreshments and a brief get-together with the new chief. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, very quickly before we adjourn, we have one housekeeping item we need to attend to, and that's the resolution for the 2019 temporary budget appropriations. It's ministerial, it's just to keep the city operating at the beginning of the year. The resolution is signed by council members Rigoloso and Calandrillo. On the roll call, Councilmember Aloya.
Aye.
Councilmember Calandrillo.
Aye.
Councilmember Aaron Delaney.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Joseph Delaney.
Aye.
Mayor Rigoloso.
Aye.
Okay, we have 5 ayes. Adjourn.
Motion carries.
Well, thank you, Mayor and Council. That keeps our government working, unlike the federal government. So you are doing your job. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
motion by Councilmember Aloya, seconded by Councilmember Aaron Delaney. On the roll call, Councilmember Aloya. Councilmember Calandrillo. Councilmember Aaron Delaney.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Joseph Delaney.
Aye.
Mayor Rigoloso.
Aye.
We have 5 ayes. The meeting is adjourned.
Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to call upon Chief Tanny to dismiss his department and lead his department out of the council chambers. Chief Tanny.
You found your keys, I see.
Yes, I did.
Aaron, you cursed me. You said good job, and then I had a brain freeze for a moment.
When, up there?
Yeah, when I was doing the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Justin.